So when you have a business, you want to definitely protect the brand name, or you want to protect, because that's the brand assets. I always ask people, will you build a house on land you don't own? Would you?
No.
No, right?
Absolutely. Why?
So why do we build brands and businesses if we don't own them? The trademark is going to give you ownership rights to the brand name that you're about to build everything on. So before you go invest money in marketing material, product packaging, because that's money, right?
Right.
And everything that you're investing in, what do you put on it?
Right.
The name.
Exactly.
So you want to make sure that you own that name so that you have full control and ownership of those products and that marketing material, right? Wow. And so you asked too, what would you not trademark? So trademarks, it protects any products or services that's within the marketplace, right? So a lot of people think, oh, I have my LLC, I got my domain name, I got my social media handles, right? But you need that trademark to protect you and to stop other people from using a brand. But let's say, for instance, you get a holding company, and the holding company is not in the marketplace, right? You just, essentially, you had that company to hold assets. That's what we use holding companies for. So say, for instance, if you opened up a restaurant, right? And in order to protect your investment from your restaurant equipment, because restaurant equipment is very costly, right?
Absolutely.
You want to put that in a holding company. So therefore, if someone was to sue the business, they can't confiscate or take over the equipment because it's in a holding company, right?
Got you.
But that holding company is not really functioning in the marketplace.
Okay.
If that makes sense, right?
Yes.
A lot of people actually have holding companies for their intellectual property. So if you look at Beyonce, like they went through a fight with Blue Ivy Carter, right, for her name with the wedding planner. And basically, one of the issues that came up, because under trademark law, you have to use it or have a bona fide intent to use the actual trademark. And so Jay-Z said, I think it was in GQ magazine, we don't have any intent to use our baby name. We just don't want nobody else capitalizing off of it and using it. Like, that's a trademark lawyer worst nightmare, that the client is out there saying they do not want to use it, right? But here is where you play chess and not checkers. Jay-Z is not the owner of that trademark.
Absolutely.
It's owned by BGK IP Holding Company.
Right.
So what he speaks of is hearsay.
Right.
And it's not admissible in evidence because he is not the actual owner. So
that's that game right there, son. That's game. You know what I'm saying? Because, I don't think a lot of people, and I always say black people, but I think a lot of people, white, black, Hispanic, they don't understand the nuances of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, go get an LLC and you straight. But there's so much more. And when I started my company, I was thinking the same thing. Then my attorney was like, nah, bro. You got to get a trademark.
Yeah.
You got to get a holding company. He even turned me on to a trust.
Yeah.
He's like, you need a trust?
Yeah.
Well, I already have a will. Yeah, bro. But the will, you're going to miss out on a lot of different things if you don't have a trust. And if something passes, and your family going to be struggling because you only have a will. And I'm like,
wills are contestable, and people can fight about wills in court.
And
really quick, just to go back to that Jay-Z example, Rockefeller said, own nothing, control everything.
Ooh,
that's a great example
that's the
of that
move.
concept. Yes.
Own nothing but control it.
Yes.
I own nothing.
Right.
After my attorney put me on game, I don't own nothing.
That's why 50 Cent, when he filed bankruptcy after losing that lawsuit against that young lady, I don't own nothing.
I don't own nothing. But I control everything. My. But it's like you won't get this kind of information if you don't follow people like yourself.
Yeah.
And so let's say someone, like for an example, we have a show called The Singles Mansion, right? And as soon as we put it out, my attorney said, you need to trademark it.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
You got a good attorney.
It was no. You're going to take this idea.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it out, other networks will see that, and because they have more money than you, more staff than you, they'll go out there and drop it before you can. Take your idea. Now it's like, yo, you stole it from them rather than them getting the concept for you. And I was like, really? So I trademarked it. A network I reached out to try to pitch it to, they was like, hey, we're actually already doing a concept like that, but we see you have a trademark. I was like, sure do.
Sure do.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Black man. Yeah. But
because now they got to put some respect on you.
They got to put some respect. Now they can come up with a similar concept, but they can't call it exactly the singles matching. Yeah. So I was like, I said, and here's the truth. My attorney's white because I haven't found like a black attorney that I could really rock with. You know what I'm saying? I love you, bro. You a beast. You know, and I just appreciate getting this information. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the show is because, you know, you're solid in this area, but then also you look like me. Yeah. And we don't have a lot of people who look like us who are willing to come on, drop this information, give us this free game. Yeah. And then we come to you and like, all right, cool. You gave me free game. I know what I need to do. Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying?
And then also, too, one of my most proudest moments right now is that I was just rated number 32 out of 33,000 trademark attorneys in the country.
Say that one more time.
Number 32.
Let me fix my jacket because it's going to go viral right here.
Out of
33,000 trademark attorneys.
But what's even better is that my law firm that I started, that virtual law firm that people made fun of, is number 37
out of how many?
Out of 28,000 trademark law firms in the country. That makes me proud.
And you started this how long ago?
I started this right out of law school, May 2013.
So then let's talk about that. How do you feel as a Black woman building something when someone told you, you know what I'm saying, ugh, virtual? Yeah. And I know probably guys never said, ugh, but you're a woman, but they probably made you feel like you're a woman. Then on top of that, you're a Black woman. So
and I look hella young.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 40. I'm 40 years old.
My team did not believe her when she said that.
You didn't either.
I didn't either. I thought you was 28. That's why I was like, yo, let's get you on the show because you young and you an attorney like that? Yeah. Not saying 28-year-olds can't be an attorney. Okay, cool. Right. I thought she was 28. But then when you sat down, you was like, you 40. And I'm like, there ain't no way you 40. And then your other guest, I won't put her name out there because, you know, she'll get upset with me, but she's 2 years younger than you. And I'm like, what in the world? I thought she was about at least 28, 27.
Yeah.
Y'all, I mean, what you eat?
God is good.
Is it God or are you eating good?
I try to eat really well. I drink nothing but water. Have been drinking nothing but water.
You don't do liquor?
I don't drink.
You drink?
I don't smoke.
Do you drink, B? I don't see it.
Yeah.
You don't smoke? I don't smoke neither. I smoke cigars, but I don't smoke. Like, I ain't never had weed, cigarettes, none of that.
No, I never cared to entertain any of that. I try to eat a lot of just like fish and turkey.
Okay. So you're like my producer. No red meat, stuff like that. No cheeseburgers.
I mean, so my iron is very low. Okay. And that's another thing that a lot of Black women deal with. Yeah. Like we experience fatigue a lot and we think it's just, oh, I'm tired. But that's not normal, right? And so I stopped eating red meat for almost 10 years. And so my doctor was like, look, you need some iron. Gotcha. Can you just eat like 2 steaks a month? Right. And, you know, I'm like, okay, I can. You know, if it's cooked well, you know. So lamb chops every now and then, too. I like lamb chops, too.
So 2013.
2013,
you started this business. Today is 2022, so almost 10 years ago. Yeah. I want to pivot from not just a practical right. Over those 10 years, you started the business. You were married at the time. You probably had 2 kids since then, or 1?
Well, we had the kids before we got married.
Okay,
we kind of did it out of order.
Yeah, I got you. I'm talking about while you were building this business.
Well, she was born my last semester of law school.
So you had one when you started this, before you started this business. Well, you had two.
I had three. I had
three
kids, yeah. But remember, she was the infant.
She was an infant. Okay,
right?
Okay.
And so that's what made me start the business. Because I had these babies at home. Yeah.
So it's like mentally, I'm curious. How were you going through that? You know, you had to be this young Black woman starting something virtually that really wasn't accepted in that career.
Yeah.
You were a wife going through that issue. Yeah. You were a mother trying to be a mother.
Yeah.
And then you were just you. You know, you still had to care about you.
Yeah.
How were you? What were some of the things you had to have a conversation with yourself about to keep you pushing and going through? Because I really want you to speak to that, because I have a lot of single ladies who are single mothers who are trying to do what you're doing, start a business, work a job, trying to even date, you know what I'm saying? And still be them and still be a mother maybe.
Yeah.
Paying off debt. But mentally they're like, yo, sometimes I just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
What got you through mentally?
So I think what got me through mentally was that I understood my why.
Come on now.
And my why was my kids.
Your why was your kids.
My why was my kids.
Go deeper. Why for your kids?
Why was because you got to remember at this time too, with me becoming a lawyer, me being with the kids and things like that, I'm still on the west side of Chicago, right? I'm still in the heart of the city where, and I was just like, I got to get them better. And not saying that I feel like my mother did really great with exposing me to other things by sending me other places. But I was in the midst of, and poverty and things like that. And, my grandmother always said, don't be of your surroundings. Like, even though you're in it, don't be of it, right?